Good evening, one and all. Happy Wednesday. How are we? How are we all out there on this fine, wet evening in Cheltenham Spa? I hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a good time. Jack, you've been a member for 20 months. Holy hell. Holy heck. That is a lot of months. 20 months is a lot of months. It's a lot of months. That's almost as many months as I've been doing this full time. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, Adam. Good evening, Yamail. Good evening, Ricky. Good evening, Colonel. Hello, Sebastian. Very rainy night here in Somerset too. That sucks, Cameron. Good evening, Chewy. Hello, DP. Jordan Bates, good evening. Rob Paul, good evening. Bonsoir to you, Mark. I wave back at you enthusiastically, Captain Mannerings. Ah, dear oh, dear oh, dear oh, dear oh, dear oh me. Are you a meat eater? I am a meat eater. Probably to a fault. How's everybody doing? What's everybody been working on? I have been working on a Frostlord on Stonehorn, for those of you who are interested. For all you Ogre Tribes fans out there. Yes, this is what I've been doing today. The Frostlord is, well, the Stonehorn is done. I promised a month of AOS. It's what you're getting. What do you think? Just got to paint the man on top. I have been a busy bee, Kataro. Exceptionally busy. Ricky, I know that you're here. Tale of Many Warhipsters fans. The Witch King of Angmar. On horse. The Witch King of Angmar. On foot. Tale of Many Warhipsters is going good. Going very, very well. Assembling Angron. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Guys, tonight we're going to be doing just a bit of a chat, really. I'm going to hang out. Because I need to film this guy, but the next stage will take ages and it'll be just like dead air for a while, so I'm not going to be doing that. But we're just going to sort of chat tonight because, you know, I've got some thoughts, I've got some feelings. I've got many thoughts, I've got many feelings that we're going to be getting out there. Tonight is Warhammer therapy. Did you even try to paint models of a Song of Ice and Fire, the Lannisters, for example? No, I'd like to. I would very much like to. It's on my to-do list, quite frankly. I want to do a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire. I want to do Star Wars, and I also want to do Conquest, the last argument of kings. Is this an agile work environment? Yeah. I have to have an agile work environment because stuff changes on a daily basis. Great throwback to last week, though. Thoughts and feelings? Disgusting. Can we talk about feeling sad for OG Marine models being retired? We can talk about that. We can talk about all that and more. There are some of those kits that genuinely made me a little bit sad to see them go. Scouts being the main one. I love Scouts. I own 60 of them. Genuinely. When I came back into the hobby full time, and I haven't had a day off since, so in 2016, 2017, I was playing Kill Team, 7th edition Kill Team, and that was all scouts all the time. I even bought a little storm speeder to go with them for my Ultramarines. Warhipster, I'm thinking of taking up Tau. What are they like to paint? They're quite fun. They're quite fun. They can be a little bit fiddly at times. Particularly on things like the Fire Warriors. But if you're going to paint like lots of things like Crisis and stuff like that, with just large open panels of armor, they're quite a lot of fun. One of the things that really elevates Tau is line highlighting, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. And one of the things that they do on the website is they line highlight with battle damage, which is really cool. If you go and look at the Viola stuff, so all the white armor, it's not, there is line highlighting that's gone on there, but they do a lot of kind of chipping along all of the extreme edges, which just is really effective. I have a question. Do you want to finish your fantastic series of painting demons of any kind? I'm waiting to see your way to do Changeling. Elon, yes, I do. I want to do all the demons. I want to have eventually done every single demon under the sun. I was looking at old Sinessa today, and I might get that primed up tomorrow if it's not still pissing it down with rain, and I might try and get that done in the next couple of weeks. Ever been interested in historicals like Napoleonics? Napoleonics would be the only one I'd be interested in, because I love the Napoleonic stuff. You know, as has been showcased before, I'm a big fan of Sharp. Ugh. So yeah. I'm painting the Harbinger of Decay following your tutorial, painting my Maggotkin in rusted and leaching copper armor. That sounds sick. That's what you come here for. Are you managing to get any dice rolling time in, Josh? Don't know why I read that out weirdly. As it just so happens, on Monday I spent the day rolling dice. I took my Slaves to Darkness to an undisclosed location in the southwest to compete against a large YouTube channel by the name of Tabletop Tactics. So guys, keep an eye out on that. That video is coming soon, I believe. I don't know where and I don't know when, but yeah, I did get to do that. But part of what I wanted to talk about tonight was I kind of feel like retiring from playing Warhammer. Is that weird? I haven't really had any time to play Warhammer. And I want to play more Warhammer. But at the same time, I'm just like, the only real opportunity I get to play is by going to tournaments, and I don't really want to go and do that very much. Not, at least not at the moment. I'm just like not feeling it. Chris, that is excellent to hear. Did you take Archaon? I did take Archaon. I'm not going to tell you what happened. Oh, I haven't said the things that YouTubers are supposed to say. As always, please do like the stream, as it encourages more people to come and watch, and it shows off the channel on YouTube. YouTube are like, hey, this guy's doing a cool thing. You should watch it too. And if you would like to become a member, please do. We're heading towards 400. Just 65 members to go. And then we reach a big milestone. Another big milestone, I should say. And that would be very, very nice. Release the new Tyranid models, GW scum. Yeah, I mean, the new Tyranid models are pretty cool. They don't excite me in the same way as the thumbnail might indicate, Cities of Sigmar and Old World. I kind of feel like what I want to do is become really good at playing Old World. Does that make sense? I kind of feel like I don't really want to go to like 40k tournaments. I want to go to Old World tournaments. Can we lick the like button? You can lick the like button. You can sit on the like button. You can punch the like button. All metaphorical ways. I would recommend not punching your computers, as that will cause damage. At 400 members, will you release the elusive to paint list? I could do that, yeah. If we get to 400 members, I will show you what my to paint list is. Spoiler alert: there's about 150 entries on that. Your male Angmar, he wants the 400. Coming in with the 5 gifted. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you got one of those gifteds, do thank your mail. There we go. You've been playing AOS in tournaments. I haven't done an AOS tournament since 2nd edition. And we're already approaching 4th. And do you know what it is? Is I really like going to tournaments with my friends, and my friends don't want to go to AOS tournaments. They all want to go to 40k tournaments. So I have to go to 40k tournaments. And I've just, like, we're at the beginning of 10th, and I'm kind of looking at it like it's this big, complicated monster that I can't look at all at once, because I haven't played enough with it. And I'm excited to play with it. I want to play with it. But it's just, you know, I kind of want to just, like, go out to the shed and just roll dice, if you see what I mean. But finding the time to squeeze that in has been pretty difficult. And, you know, it's been, I'm still recovering, really, from June. Where we had 35 videos, one after another. Kataro. Kataro being a true legend of the chat right there. 50 memberships. What are you doing, boy? Oh, man. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you. It's for all those times I've been late for the streams. You're forgiven. Always and forever, sir. Arthur, hello everyone. I really like your scheme of colours for your Aussie Arc Bone Reapers, but I have a quick question. Why you can use Wraith Bone Primer and keep Grey Seer? I don't know what you mean, sir. Do you mean can you use either? Because yes, you can use either. Wraithbone will come out a little bit warmer than what I did. I think I did Grey Seer on mine. And a good halfway house is White Scar. Because it's like a sort of halfway point. But it's a little bit brighter. Which is how I do it. How's 10th edition? I've played 2 games of 10th edition. 10th edition is a lot of fun. It's at the beginning, right? So it's like, you know, its story is yet to be written, really. Oh, you know, you absolutely can use Wraithbone if you want it to be a little bit warmer. I went for Grey Seer because it's quite they have a, when you look at the product photography, they're quite cold, rather than kind of like warm skeletons, which Wraithbone would make them look warmer, but it's kind of, they're all dead bones, right? So you kind of want them to be a little bit Grey Seery, a little bit cooler than that. So the actual to paint list that I have, we do need 10 more. The actual to-do list of models to paint that I have is it's locked away in a classified document, so I'd have to go and sit and edit it to show it off. But I can. Do you have a recipe for yellow? Yes, Wayne. Yeah, Arthur, you absolutely could do that. Yeah, any bits that you wanted to be warmer, just dry brush a little bit of Wraithbone onto. We've done things like that in the past, where you kind of just buff it up to be a little bit warmer in places. It's pretty much what I'm going to be doing on this guy. So, like, his skin, right? So the stone horn is very cold, but the actual Frost Lord needs to be a little bit warmer. So I'm going to be dry brushing that up, possibly with Pallid Witch Flesh, but probably with Wraithbone, just to make it a little bit warmer in those kinds of areas. Hello, Barry, and Kataro gifting that 10. Okay. Okay. There it is. We have reached the big 400. Kataro, you are an absolute legend, and I love you, man. Thank you so much. It's very, very kind of you. That means now I have to go and edit a top secret document. I'm going to set a new goal, 500. Oh, and also, I want to ask a question for you guys tonight. So whilst I edit that, I'm going to add a poll. So if anybody's interested in Legions Imperialis, I want to know because I'm in 2 minds about doing a load of videos on it when it inevitably comes out. And then Thomas Boeing coming in with the membership. Thank you very much, Thomas. Love your content. Keep it up. I believe I've attempted to pronounce your name before, and I've absolutely butchered it. So I will say thank you very much, Mr. Sawicki. Yeah, Legion Imperialis is the new epic scale stuff that goes alongside. How tiny of a brush would you want for Legions Imperialis? I think you'll only need you'll want a small layer brush. Fundamentally, which I have one, so small layer will be fine. Medium layer at a push. Hello, Reza. Are you okay? Oh, Jim, thank you for being a member for 11 months, first and foremost, and I am glad I can help in any way, shape, or form. I will always continue to make content. There was a question here. Any chances of doing Shalaxi Hellbane? The dark purple transition looks challenging. Yes, Matthew, I really want to get my hands on Shalaxi Hellbane, Rotigus Rainfather, and Kairos Fateweaver. It's just a matter of procuring the £270 that I need to purchase all three of those. But I will do it because Scarbrand has been done. So I've done the Khorne ones. I just need to do the other three gods. It's definitely going to happen. I'm very well, thank you, Rez. I'm glad you're okay. Are you having a good time? I need to text you about next Wednesday. Because Tale of Many Warhipsters Season 2, let's go, baby! How do you derive your paint schemes? It seems like contrast paints are slightly different than what you are looking for, so you are forced to mix them or layer them. Is it just experimenting? They're actually a lot closer than you think. It's just that often when you're painting in a traditional way, you're doing it over like a black primer or a grey primer, and the black or the grey primer actually affects your paints way more than you think it does. So when Blood Angels Red and Mephiston Red are very, very close in colour to each other. It's just Blood Angels Red always goes over Greyseer, Wraithbone, or what's it called? White Scar. But Mephiston Red over black comes out very dark. So if you do Mephiston Red over Wraithbone, it comes out in a very, very, very similar colour. It's just that when you shade Mephiston Red, it goes a lot darker than Blood Angels Red, which is already shaded. So you have to shade Blood Angels Red to bring it down to the same. But I come up with my schemes, one, because I paint all day, every day, constantly. Two, I have over 600 videos on which to look back on to grab some recipes and mix and match things. And another thing is I look up things like sometimes I will look for like hex codes of colors. So like if I see a picture on Games Workshop and I cannot figure out what that color is meant to be, I will look for the hex code of it, find out what the RGB makeup of it is, and then mix colors based on that. And sometimes it is just, you know, what would look good together. Oh, it looks like a browny green. All right, well let's throw in some brown to some green and see what happens. My son has started a Bad Moons army. We're painting killer cans very soon. I'm thinking about priming with Mephiston spray to start. Hopefully we'll get a nice warm yellow. Yeah, probably. I think people use pink as the dark bit for yellow. Is Cities of Sigmar real, or did we just dream it all along? Kelly, we will get to that. Right, I need to hang on. Where is it? Google Sheets. You want to see my to-do list? Oh, I haven't updated this in a while. So this is the problem with this list. There's a bunch of stuff on here that's under NDA, so I have to just be careful. Okay. Where is it? Let me just... Okay. Yep, that's correct. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, so I actually need to... So I'm going to add some stuff here, because there's some stuff that I know that I haven't put on here. So let's talk. Let's chat amongst yourselves. So I need to put on the Gobapalooza. Hello, Red Sauce. And then I also need to put on... what is it called? There it is. So I haven't updated the what they're called, the harbingers onto here. 10 squig hoppers, 10 cave squigs. No, that says squugs. And then we need to add this. Crypt ghouls. I haven't got to them yet. Crypt horrors. And the crypt flayers. And then there's... I've spelt that wrong. There we go. Alright. I will show you a portion of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Studio. And we're going to go to the overhead. And then we're going to add... Okay. So here we are. So part of the list. Oh no. Here we go. Welcome to Excel land. Is any marine scheme okay as long as the colour of the faction never painted them before? Hang on, I need to just... yeah, DJ Robstar, it's on my list. As you can see, so here, this is all the stuff that I have that's unbuilt but is opened, right? So, Mega Boss, or Maw Crusher, a Greater Gnashtooth, I've already done that, but a Merc Knob, Swamp Boss Scumdrack, Gordrak, and a Breaker Boss. Gobapalooza, these guys, all of that. Vigilors, a Lord Arcanum, Stormdrake Guard. Actually, all of this is now... No, I still have all of this left to do. And actually, I have Rider Lancers. So we have Screaming Bell, 20 clan rats and 10 storm vermin as well. So here you can see the demons that I have in my possession, right? Scarbrand, he can come off now because he's done. Flaming Chariot of Tzeentch, Brimstones, Blues, Skullcrushers, Bloodmaster, Fleshhounds, Bloodletters, Plague Bearers, Doomfire Warlocks, Sisters of Slaughter, Kinnerai Life Takers, Zangor Enlightened, Zangors, Kyric Acolytes, Venari Dawn Riders, Aurelon Sentinels. There's the rest of the stuff in here as well. It's on a different list. War Dogs, Another Knight, Kill Team's Novitiates for the Sororitas. Here's all the spare Blood Angels I have, but there's way more than that. Here's some more Blood Angels. Makari, some more Orcs. Some Terrain, Malign Sorcery, Splintered Fang, Corvus Cabal, Bretonnian Men-at-Arms, the Ambusher Ammon Hen, more Deathwatch, a pile of Tau. This is all stuff to do. Commander Farsake can come off because he's done now. Custodian Wardens and Custodian Guard, because believe it or not, we haven't done a video for them. We've only done it for the Alarus. Chaos Warpsmith, Chosen, Forge Fiend. We need to put on here the Possessed. There we go. More Grey Knights. Lots of Drukhari. Some more Sororitas. Here's all of the... what are they called? Caradron Overlords. We've got some unopened stuff here as well. You know what could be quite fun to do tonight, whilst we're waiting for Cities of Sigmar? You guys just fire things out that you want, and I'll just add a what chat wants list. Holger Clovenhorn, Chaos Lord of Manticore, Mutalith Vortex Freaks, the Venom Assassin, Bloodpelt Hunter. He is done, and that was under NDA. Beast Skewer Killbow, Breaker Boss. I've got another one of them. Dacian Anvil, the Chariot, Vanquishers, Stormdrake Guard, Citadel Woods. They are now gone. I have donated them. Iron Hills Dwarves with crossbows. Damus Patton Predator Battle Tank. More Tau. Lots more. The Achilles Dreadnought, that can come off. That's done. And those are done as well. Lord Arcanum for the Hammers of Sigmar. I actually might put it into my, what are they called? Celestial Vindicators. Okay. I'm going to do a new sheet. Alright, everybody just fire out what you want and I'll put it on the list. We reached 400, so... okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy wants a Tau Manta. More Soulblight Gravelords. So what I have for Soulblight Gravelords is... I have the 20 Death Rattle Skeletons. I have 10 Blood Knights. I have 3 of the... what are they called? Vargeists? Yeah, Vargeists. And my plan is, as part of Tale of Many Warhipsters, to do a Vampire Lord. Can't spell. Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. Shalaxi Hellbane. She does feature on this list somewhere already. You want dire walls. What I will do as well after this, I will publish the full list in Discord, and I might even put it on YouTube as well. Shalaxi Hellbane. The Bloodstalkers from Claws of Karanak. Claws of Karanak. Laura says dwarfs. Bloodstalkers. I'd love a frigate or an ironclad. Arcanaut frigate. I can't spell. Arcanaut ironclad. Leman Russ. The Primarch, yeah. Rather than just a tank. Penitent engines. Interesting. A World Eater's Hellbrute and a Storm Fiend. The Changeling. Mordor Orcs. Yes, it's coming. It'll probably be next month, Ricky. The Kill Rig. Yeah, I've got that on the list as well. It should be in here somewhere. Or it should be in here. Oh, no. Thankwell. It is here somewhere. Or it might not be on this list. It might be on the other one. But yeah, Beast Snaggers. They're on the list as well. Forge World's Chaos Dwarves. I think that they don't sell those anymore, right? Garda Steel Soul. We've already done Garda Steel Soul. All the Primarchs. Should I see if I can do them all off the top of my head? Mortarion, which I have. Perturabo. We've got Leman Russ. We've done thingy. We need Corvus. Corax. Drycher I did as part of my 24-hour stream. I could do it again, but I probably drunk painting. Corvus Corax. Jagatai Khan we've done. Magnus we've done. Sanguinius we've done. Gilliman we haven't done. Vulcan we haven't done. I'm going to just grab Leman Russ and pop him there. Horus we've done. Magnus we've done. Mortarion we haven't done. So if I grab these, bring them down here, delete them, and then we do, what's his name? I'm not going to look at chat because I don't want you to help me. Night Lord's fella. That's going to annoy me. Conrad Kurz. That's the one. We haven't done Fulgrim. We've done Horus. Alfarius. We've done Horus. We've done Magnus. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 more. Who am I forgetting? Angron. Who else am I forgetting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lorgar. That's who I'm forgetting. Corvus Corax, Gilliman, Vulcans, Primarch, Leman Russ. So that's 4. We've done Sanguinius, we've done the Khan, and we've done the Lion. So there's only 3 more that I haven't done. No. So I've done Sanguinius, the Lion, the Khan, Dawn, I've done. Is it just Korax, Gilliman, and Vulcan I have, and these? Is it just these 4 that I haven't done? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's a 5th one I haven't done. Old Mr. What's His Chops. That one. Ferrus Manus. There we go. Okay. Haruspex, if not already on the list. Haruspex is not on the list. Haruspex. Drunk painting. Drunk painting will be very hard because I don't drink alcohol. So it'll only take 1 beer and I'll be absolutely steaming. Varangar. Did I put them down? I need to finish them. Nurglings. So like unpainted in here should be... No, she's not on this list. So there is a second list that has the rest of the stuff, right? That one is in my... Marshcrawler Slogoth. That's here, and... Well, I'll just put it in anyway. Marshcrawler Slogoth. Eidolon. Interesting. AOS Dwarves, maybe the last regiment of renown. Oh yeah. Fury's Flamebreakers. Flame Bearers. These ones. Chadukar plus Laukavai. Oh. Radukar, the Beast. Insert 1 row. Insert 1 row. Laukavai. Crypt Horrors slash Flares. Yeah, we put them in. Which reminds me. For fans of the show. Up here we got Askurgan True Blades. We've also got down here, we want Royal Beast Flayers and the Quester Soul Swarm. There we go. Snarlfang Riders, yep. A Lord Aquilor. Yeah, I'd like to do another one of those. The Swarm Lord. Carbanda from Forge World. Do you know what? It would make my absolute day if someone was to send me a Carbanda. Or pay for me to get a Carbanda. Right, so what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm just going to go back to the face cam for the second. Because I need to dive again into more private notes. Because there's more stuff on here. Long-term army. Where is it? Oh yeah, no, I can't show you that. More Behemoth Tyranids from the Leviathan box. All the new Tyranid stuff. All the new Tyranid stuff is on the list. Yeah, it seems you guys... I was getting people to throw stuff out and put stuff on my to-do list. Dankhold Troggoth / Troggoths. Okay. I'll put them on. A black coach. That is... That is on the list, but I'll put it on here. Yeah, I will share with you. I will share with you the full list. This week, I'll because I'm having to dance around a few things that are on there that I can't tell you about. I will collate it all and I shall publish it. But thank you so much for bringing us to 401 members. Did I miss anything whilst we were in that? No, I don't think I did. Super chat now to get Carbander. As for the people asking for demons, what I have primed on my desk ready to go is old Spoilpox Scrivener. I know we've done a fair bit of Nurgle recently, but Nurgle's the one I haven't done a lot of, so I might get that one done in an afternoon / evening, because that'll be a fun one to do. A Vermin Lord Deceiver. You can get on my Discord via Patreon or by becoming a YouTube member, DJ Robstar. Whichever one you like. It's an option to join. It is a benefit to both. It's currently telling me to buy Nitro. I don't want to. I am very well, thank you, Gretja. How are you? I should also tell you that as part of my personal hobby, I can tell you I can show you like what my my dream is, what I would love to have done. Long term, 2,000 points of Khorne Demons, 2,000 points of Nurgle Demons, 2,000 points of Slaanesh Demons, 2,000 points of Tzeentch Demons, 2,000 points of World Eaters, 2,000 points of Black Legion, and 2,000 points of House Korvax Knights. Imperium-wise, 10,000 points of Blood Angels, we're not far off that, 4,000 points of Adeptus Custodes, 3,000 points of Astra Militarum, and 1,000 points of Imperial Agents. On the Xenos side, 2,000 points of Tau Empire, 2,000 points of Leagues of Votann, and 2,000 points now of Tyranids as well, is what I would love to aim for. I'm just going to add that now. There we go. Because I'd love to have like roughly sort of 10,000 in each kind of the three main factions. Just because what we're really building towards here is one day when I move to a proper studio and we have staff, is that we will release lots of battle report content, but that we've got something for everybody to play with and all that kind of thing. I tell you what I want to paint next, Kataro. Thanquol and Bone Ripper. And that's exactly who I'm going to be painting next. Are you getting a bigger house? Well, we're going to have to. That's why I need all of you to like the stream, watch my videos, and encourage everybody you know to do the same thing so that we can buy a house with ad revenue, or at least move somewhere bigger. Yeah, Thanquol Bone Ripper is next after I finish the Frostlord and Stonehorn. I'm excited to do him as well. I think I've got a really cool scheme for it. Age of Sigmar wise, 2,000 points of Hammers of Sigmar, 2,000 points of Celestial Vindicators, 2,000 points of Hallowed Knights, and then 6,000 points of Sylvaneth. And the reason it says 6,000 is because I've already done 4,000 points. I need to do Alariel, who is on the list, don't you worry. Everything in Vanguard, Head and Knights of Slaanesh. Jack, don't worry, that is on the actual list. It's just in amongst that is some stuff that I can't tell you about. So yeah. I'm also going to add on here, so that would be 2, 4, 6, 12. I'm going to add in here 3,000 points of Cities of Sigmar. So that would be... In fact, if I reduce that to 5. 2, 4, 6, 11, 14. Yeah, so then 2,000 points of Seraphon. Because I'm going to be doing so if I get Thanquol and Bone Ripper done Thursday, Friday, Croak is my plan on Saturday and Sunday. It's 2, 4, 6, 11, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So chaos-wise, it should be unsurprising here, but 2,000 points of Disciples of Tzeentch, 2,000 points of Maggotkin of Nurgle, 2,000 points of Blades of Khorne, 2,000 points of Header Knights of Slaanesh, 2,000 points of Host of the Everchosen, which we're very nearly there, and 2,000 points of Legion of the First Prince. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to breach protocol. Death, Soulblight Gravelords and Flesh Eater Courts. Destruction, Auric War Clans and Sons of Bahamut. MES BG, good. Rohan and Miras Tirith, obviously. And Evil, Isengard and Mordor. That's what we're aiming for. And all of that stuff will get all of the videos. So in that list is all of the stuff that goes in and around that. Have you finished your Arcane Catechism blocks? No. Which is why Kyric Acolytes are still on my list to do for videos. So some of you may have noticed with my Slaves to Darkness videos, we have some Slaves to Darkness stuff where they've got black armor and some where they've got silver armor. In my mind, the silver armor is the stuff that belongs to Be'lakor, and the black armored stuff belongs to Archaon, which is why I need to do 5 Chaos Knights in the silver scheme, the Varangard in the black scheme, because they all belong to Archaon, really. Apart from Eternus. Eldrad. Yeah, Eldrad is there. I haven't got him yet. So what I've shown you today so far, what I've given you a little sneaky peek of, is the inventory list. And the inventory list, I need to sit and update a little bit. Whereas my videos to-do list has got everything. One that's under NDA, because it's all part of the schedule, right? So I've got this list that has everything in schedule. I have to pull everything out in order to put it into a video, into a list. So in there is things like Moria goblins. Yep, need some more goblins and the Fellowship in there. Dave, less than... I've just counted up my Stormcast and found that I've got just over 10,000 points, less than half painted, so my aim for Tales is to complete it. I love it, Dave. I'm here for it. Personally hoping for a big Beastman refresh. I too am hoping for that, Adam. Because Beastmen are on my list of like armies that I've always wanted, but I haven't done because the range is so out of date. $20,000 points of gaunts. Ugh. Yes, the Warhound Titan. Yes, Peter. I might pay someone to build it for me because I need the time, and I don't have the time to sit and build the Warhound Titan. Anybody out there have experience and want to build my Warhound Titan for me? You've built one before, haven't you, Peter? Have you built one before? You've built two. I might have to pass you mine to build it. I just want to say thanks for the Seraphon vids. Helped inspire a lot. That's very kind of you, Niall. I'm glad I could help. Kaz, thank you very much for the 5. Love your stuff as always. Hope you do some Galadrim elves one day. Well, we're in the process of adding whatever you want to the list, so I'm just going to put it on there now. I did Rumil and Orifin. I don't know if you saw that. Kaz. Word bearer painting when? I did a video on how to paint word bearers. In the heresy section. I might have to hand you my Warhound to do, Peter. Text me and let me know if that's all right. Because I don't have the time to sit and build it. Because if we can get it built, then I'll get it painted. And I want to do it as Legio Solaria. Did you have Nighthaunt on the list? I did have Nighthaunt on the list, and then I took Nighthaunt off the list The black coach is on there because it's something. So on the, I'm looking at it now. On the list we have for Nighthaunt to do of things that I know that people want is the black coach and Old Lady Ollander. It's hard work, Katara. So I cleaned up a leg, and it took me hours because I hate doing it. But my plan was always to get the Titan built and then to paint it on stream in a 24-hour thing. So to paint the whole thing in 24 hours and do it live on stream. The Balrog. A Balrog. A demon of the ancient world. Do you know what? I've got my ancient old metal Balrog. I could try and put that one back together. I think I'm missing the tail, though. I'd have to strip it and find out. You want more word bearers, Bobs? Okay. What do you want? Hello, Peter Peterson. Thank you very much, guys. We've gone past 50 likes on the stream. Can we get it to the magic number? 4 more. We're on 65. And also 62 new members. You guys are amazing. Kataro coming in there with a 50, like an absolute hero that he is. I'm doing very well, Matthew. Lol, that sounds very unhealthy. What, painting a Titan in a 24-hour stream? Oh, yeah. It would be very unhealthy to do. But it would be fun. 24 hours. No airbrush, only with a hairy stick as well. I vibe with the painting videos a lot. We'll be seeing some kit bashing videos. I don't really kit bash is the thing, Bobs. $69 came and went too quick. That's the tale as old as time right there, Captain Mannerings. Have to leave. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, DJ Robstar. Take care. Have a good one. But yeah, guys, the main topic of tonight was going to be talking about how I haven't, like the last sort of 2 or 3 days, I haven't been feeling particularly inspired because I'm just sat waiting for the old world and for Cities of Sigmar. And it doesn't help that they keep showing off new Cities of Sigmar miniatures, which are breathtaking and wonderful every time that they do. I'm just sat here waiting for those things to descend, and so I'm like, I know a lot of people that I know are getting really excited about 40k. They're really excited for 40k and for 10th edition, and I'm just like, it's not that I don't care. The new Tyranids are really awesome. We haven't seen what the new Space Marines are going to look like, but I'm sat waiting for Cities of Sigmar and for the old world, and it's kind of making me feel a little bit down. But right now, with you guys all being super excited for all this stuff, and telling me all these things that you want, that's kind of really infusing me with some energy. Cameron coming in here with the 20 gifted memberships. Is it not? Is it not? It's not showing me who it's given those to. I mean, I can absolutely use that money to pick up Fulgrim Cameron. Is it distributing them? Shut up, Moonpig. We'll find out. Maybe it'll do it shortly. But thank you very much for the 20 gifted, Cameron. That's very, very kind of you. I've got Morty to do. I should put a tick next to him. And then I'll... No one left to get a membership, apparently. Well, there you go. That'll be why. Let me just check something. If it hasn't distributed them, Cameron, you'll get your money back, I believe. I'm too young for Old World. What's the good guys and the bad guys? Or is it like 40k where it's only varying degrees of pricks? No, there was kind of a bit more... I mean, yes, fundamentally, there was... everyone that wasn't as like... not everyone is completely squeaky clean. I mean, if you really want to donate, Cameron, you can. You could use the super chat or... Help, I am an idiot. I keep playing buying Horus Heresy models because they're incredibly cool, but no one here plays it. Force somebody else to. Horus Heresy is cool. Just be like, hey, it is cool. Any plans to do or redo the combat patrol boxes? Yeah. So here's the thing with the combat patrol boxes is they are a lot of they're a lot of work, and it's one of those things where picking them up one by one, absolutely we can do that. It's like a week's worth of painting off. Some of them it's not too bad, but some of them it's like there's a hell of a lot to do here. And so my thing is kind of I would like to do more of them. Same like with the Vanguard sets. So like I'm doing for Tale of Many Warhipsters, all the contents of Soul Black Gravelords Vanguard box. What I might do is go through, and do tell me if this is something that you guys would find useful, is go through and just create a set of playlists that kind of put in the models to like the Vanguards and the Patrols based on faction, so you can see what I have and have not done. Because I did a couple of the combat patrol boxes, but they can sometimes become quite long videos. Any plans to tackle Lord Croak soon? Yeah, I said earlier. So my plan is to finish off this Frostlord on Stonehorn. Raffle them off once painted. Yeah, I mean it is an idea. So my plan is to finish that. Then it's to paint Thanquol Bone Ripper, and then after that do Croak. Faction-based playlists, please. Yeah. Is that... Yeah, so that's something that you guys would like, is it? John Coleman. Hey, loving your guides, getting back into painting after 15 years. Quick question, if possible. Do you have a suggestion for a good, relatively runny white paint/ink? Not loving the GW whites at all. I mean, a really good white. I like this one. This one's quite good. So this is the Vallejo model color white. It's just the white. This is a good white. It's more gel based, so it's not runny, but like it thins down really well, and it keeps really great consistency. So that is a good white right there. So I'd recommend that. And you should be able to get hold of that, no problem. From most of your favourite hobby suppliers. In fact, if you go to the affiliate link below in Firestorm, yeah, that makes sense, Cameron. But that's very, very kind of you. It's probably distributed it to people who haven't got accepting of gifts turned on, as I understand it. So if you're in YouTube now, so if I go into this account, and you've got a little notification saying Turn on receiving gifts. You could get one next. Make sure you turn it on. Gabriel, did you say something about a Carbanda trade? I missed your message, sorry. Do you see your miniatures with varnish? If so, what do you use and any tips? Something I'd like to see. I don't, but I know a lot of people do. You can get some really good finishing varnishes from most hobby shops. I think the Tamiya one is supposed to be really, really good, as is the Vallejo one. Munitorum varnish is quite good. It's just you have to be quite careful, because I'm terrified of varnishes, because I used one once and it turned my model into a misty, dusty, horrible thing, and I was very sad, and therefore I was like, I'll never do it. I'll send you one if you paint a Corsair kill team for my son. Gabriel, that is an interesting proposition. Send me an email. Send me an email, my friend. Finished Teclis and Selenar yesterday. Took 3 days. Yeah, it took me about that amount of time to do Teclis and Selenar. We'd love to see some Lord of the Rings miniatures. For example, Mordor Battle Host. Well, Peter, you're in for a treat, because we've already kind of started the Mordor Battle Host in the form of the Witch King of Angmar. So I painted him on Tuesday. Yesterday. There he is on horse. And we have him on foot. The Mordor Orcs and the Wargs will be coming later this year as part of a Tale of Many Warhipsters. And that's what I mean about creating some, like, a series of playlists, right? Because if I go into oh, you can now manage your playlist in Studio. Oh, that's interesting. So can I... So if I go in here... Oh my god. So I can create new playlists. I can do it. Any chance of a Wraith Knight getting on the list? I can put it on there. An Ulthway. Yep, okay. It's on there. It wasn't, but it's on there now. Oh, this is very, very interesting. So now, because you couldn't do this before, right? You couldn't manage the playlists within Studio in the back end. You could create one, and then you'd have to go into YouTube, and then when you're adding things to it, it would be like you'd have to search through your own YouTube videos in order to find it. And when you would search for, like, say I did, like, my Custodes video, and I put in Custodes as a keyword, it would bring up the whole of YouTube's Custodes videos. So then you'd have to scroll through all of those videos in order to add it to the playlist, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, okay, we can do faction-based playlists now. That's a job for Josh to do tomorrow. Interesting. Did you read the Old World news of new rules? I did not. Let's go there now and do it together. Where is it? Ah, there we go. When we embarked upon the daunting task of designing Warhammer the Old World, we wanted to create a modern game in the mold of Warhammer Fantasy Battle, a reimagining of a classic tabletop wargame that would appeal to both veterans of the Old World and newcomers to this most venerable of fantasy realms alike. With this in mind, we set about playing lots of games. You sent a message on Instagram. Oh, my email address is this, Gabriel. I nearly misspelt it then. For several months, the designers regularly assembled to play games of every edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battle, reminding ourselves of rules that in some cases we hadn't played for decades. We wanted to identify which parts of a classic game we enjoyed the most and which parts we felt could be improved upon. Here are some of the tweaks we've made to the rules. Drawing the battle lines. Warhammer the Old World is a game of massed combat. Large armies form into regimented units that advance with grim intent towards the foe. The rules encourage players to field units of varying size based on their type and role. Perhaps most importantly, the formations units adopt, or how wide or deep they are just as significant as where they are deployed and how quickly they advance. The rules encourage units with wide frontages, but the ideal number of models per rank is decided by the player, not enforced by the rules. To do this, we've ensured that as many models as possible can fight in combat, giving even those models that are within the fighting rank but not in base contact with the enemy the opportunity to bring their weapons to bear. That's cool. Combined with the freedom to create and arm characters you choose from a wide range of options, players have a lot of strategic choices to make when building their units and writing their muster lists, choices that will in turn inform their tactics on the battlefield. I mean, just look at this. Oh man. One thing we were keen for Warhammer the Old World to represent was the push and pull of battle, capturing the way in which hard-pressed army will gradually succumb to fatigue and attrition. To achieve this, units that lose a round of combat will often give ground reluctantly rather than immediately breaking and fleeing, while the winner can advance to press their advantage. Players will quickly learn, however, that a cunning enemy will use this push and pull of battling units to lay traps, and an advancing unit runs the risk of exposing a vulnerable flank to a well-timed countercharge. Oh yeah. But just look at it. The power of magic. Okay, spread throughout. Okay. I think these orcs are about to have a bad time based on what's coming. Oh man, I'm so excited for this. I just want it now. Do you have any plans to make any more Seraphon bids? Yes. Yes, we do. So like I said a couple of times, my plan is to try and get Croak done this coming weekend. So no Winds of Magic then. But looks of things, no. Based on that. There's some exciting things ahead for Old World, and I just, like I said, if you want me to try and be excited about the idea of 10th edition, you've got to stop talking to me about Old World, because it's not even funny. And I want to just become like a super old world expert, and I want to do like a how to play it and how to have a great time and all that good stuff. I just want to do all the things to do with old world and just like fully commit to the wonderful world of the world that was. Because it is no longer the world that was. It now once again becomes the world that is. Guitaro, my man, thank you so much. You're a hero. For the 60 gifted members. Or however many it was. Yeah, it was 60. Any plans for the new 8mm stuff? So I asked the chat earlier if they wanted it, and the poll said 53% no. I probably will do some of it. I don't know how much of it I will do, depending on what gets sent to me. I don't know. I'd like to do some stuff on it, because it looks like it'll be fun. I just don't know what I would paint it as, because I think when things are that small, you need to have some contrasting colours. And there's only really 2 legions I can think of off the top of my head that have that at the time. Death Guard and Salamanders. So I was like, oh, I could get the box and do everything as Salamanders in it. That would be cool. But then I'm also like, but I do love my Blood Angels. Philip, I am currently magnetizing all the head options for the line, and I just got the new Too Thin Coats paint in today, so I'm excited to try that. Ooh, that would be interesting. It'd be hard to film, I'd imagine. Yeah, and it's also like they're not particularly, they wouldn't be particularly in-depth videos, right? Because when you look at it, like you wouldn't do a how to paint the Legion command, for example, because it's like there's a banner, or like the Legionaries, because it's just red. If you do it Blood Angels, it would be red and black. So what I would probably do is do all of the entirety of the box in one video. So if I was to do how to paint Legions Imperialis Blood Angels, for example, it would be the whole of the Space Marines. And then I would also do Legions Imperialis Solar Auxilia. They would be slightly different, but that would include all the tanks that are in that box. I think it's Malcadors, is it? That are in that box. And then I would also do a how to paint the Warhound Titans, because I'm going to do them as Legio Solaria. Because it's my favourite. I love them. As am I, Laura. I've bought the Too Thin Coats metallics. I've got them here. Here's one. Spartan Bronze. I just need to do a video on them. Comparing them. I want Duncan to personally message me and say, replace all of your paints with Too Thin Coats. Here they are. I want to see old world terrain painting vids, please. If they re-release them, they are so nostalgic. Oh, yeah, no, I will. This is what I mean. So, like, I don't want to become an old world channel, but I basically want to be, like, the place people go for old world. I want everyone to be like, that Warhipster dude. He's where we go for old world, right? He's got the terrain. He's got all the factions. He's got all the codexes or battle tomes or whatever they're going to be called. He's got all those reviews. He's got how to play videos for it. I just want to be like old world. Because then I can change my name to Old Warhipster. Do a Titanicus scale warlord as practice for the big one. I need to buy the big one. Old World High Elves is what I crave. I think they've said that they are part of the list of factions that will have support and new models. It's just what I want. I want Old World to take me to 100,000 subscribers overnight. Because guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I dream of that silver YouTube play button. I want it so bad. Yeah. I mean, I really want a gold one, right? I want to get to 1 million. But that's a long way off. We're not even halfway to 100 yet. Like and subscribe. We've got 84 likes on the stream. Can we get 16 more before we end? I got to admit, the Titanica stuff probably going to be more interesting and more marketable video. I mean, it will be interesting, right? It'll be very difficult to film. I'm going to have to film everything in like a 2x zoom. So it might not be the greatest of quality. I mean, it will be. It'll be the same. It'll look how my videos always look, right? But it's going to be very difficult to film it properly. And also the tanks, they don't have bases. And they're diddy. Don't know how I'm going to hold them. Might have to mount them on some bases. I agree with you, Vicious Goose. I think Total War's success means that the old world is just crying out for loads and loads of video content around it, and you know, I love it, and I'm really hoping that like it is a super success, because it's so classic. Worried that GW is stretching themselves too thin with Old World. That and Epic, they have enough issues meeting demand as is. I can see that. I would hope that they will have planned it all ahead. I mean, they, you know, we talked about everyone thought that they were gonna not have enough copies of Leviathan, and there were more than enough copies of Leviathan. I think for the things that... It's one of those interesting things, right? Is like, for stuff to be successful, there has to be a real buzz about it, and you have to kind of see a lot of chat and a lot of talking about it and a lot of kind of clamoring for things over time. So with 40k, it's very easy to print millions of copies of it because you know you're going to sell it, because 40k is the most popular thing. Old World is going to be a difficult one because Old World was dying before they got rid of it, and Age of Sigmar came in. And if you base it based on the amount of people that Age of Sigmar playing, there's so many people who are new playing Age of Sigmar that are not old World fans. And there are quite a few people who liked the Old World and are playing Age of Sigmar, but there aren't that... There was a kind of bit of a mass exodus at times, right? So, like, how do you gauge how many of those, if there are sets? I hope there are sets to make, but how do you gauge how many of those to make? Which is going to be a slightly difficult one. Any news on the Empire? I mean, the Empire are going to be big featured in the Old World. They're a pretty core component of it. So, Cities of Sigmar and Age of Sigmar will replace the Free Guild, but the Empire models, they've said, are going away for now, but they'll be back for Old World, so I wouldn't worry about it. Janusz? I think that's how I pronounce your name. I'm actually painting second unit ever following your guide. They are Chaos Knights, or did Chaos Warriors, and I'm amazed at how they turned out. You are the GOAT. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. The 2023 board report from GW seemed to imply that their injection molders are not at capacity / fully utilized. I haven't read it. I was told that it's been a successful year for Games Workshop, despite what people on the internet seem to think. And it's been one of the biggest years to date, despite what people on the internet will tell you. So, you know, we'll find out. They are, as a company, they are limited by supply chains, just like anybody else. So things like when they make a set that has like a lot of tokens in it, for example, the tokens get made in a factory that's not made by Games Workshop, so they're limited by how many of those that company makes and how many that company can shift and ship over here. So when there's shipping problems, it becomes very difficult for Games Workshop to make enough sets. So they do their best, but there are some sets that just haven't been able to make enough of them. So generally, you'll know that it wasn't. So here's the thing, right? When you get, like, let's say a Kill Team box comes out or something like that, and the models inside it come out like a month and a half later, that's when they've come out quite quickly afterwards. Is because that has the set was affected by a production error somewhere else outside of Games Workshop's control, whereas the models themselves were not affected by Games Workshop, right? Hi everyone, a bit late to this, but yeah, definitely going to pick up some High Elf units, but I'm getting more and more interested in Age of Sigmar and collecting Lumineth at the moment, Eldari too. Yes. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, I see what you mean, that Ross chap. Yes, you needn't worry about Cities of Sigmar and Empire. It will all be available in one way, shape, or form. Whether it's Old World or Age of Sigmar. I mean, Cities of Sigmar is Age of Sigmar, and the Empire, which is the free guild stuff now, will be going into Old World. Skaven range refresh when? I've heard I've heard believable rumours that Skaven might be the opponents in the next core box. I don't set any store by them, but I think it's a reasonable thing to guess, because the next core box for Age of Sigmar should be versus Chaos, because it was Bloodbound in the first one, Nighthaunt in the second one, Cruel Boys in the third one, so we should be Stormcast versus Chaos again. Thank you for hanging out, Jordan. Bombardment, ladies and gentlemen. I have a video on how to paint Venari Blade Lords. I need to do another one on Wardens, because I've got some Member Spears that I need to do. I need to finish some Sentinels as well. I've got a lot of Lumineth to do. I'm trying to clear models in this downtime that I've got at the moment. That's why I'm doing the Frost Lord. That's why I'm going to do Thanquol Bone Ripper. I've got a couple of other commission bits and stuff to sort out and get off my to-do list. But yeah, I think we're probably going to start to wind things up there, ladies and gentlemen. I've really enjoyed this tonight. you've kept me entertained whilst I'm waiting for the cities of Sigmar and the Old World. Thank you very much. And you've juiced me up. I feel inspired. I know you guys love my videos, or I hope you guys love my videos. And I wish that I could release a video every single day for all of you. And get through everything on the to-do list as quickly as I possibly can. However, I am only a human boy. And in order to get more videos done, I have to hire people. And so your continued love and support gets us one step closer towards doing that. Because once the channel is making enough money, we can then hire somebody to increase the video output. So I will tomorrow publish for you guys. I'll actually post it on the YouTube community, and I'll post it in a couple of other posts. I'll publish the entirety of my to-do list, the entirety of my wish list, as it were, or your wish list, your wish/to-do list. I'll put it somewhere. Thank you very much for getting me to 400 members. And I will also look at creating those faction-specific thingamabobs, playlists for you all. So you can find whatever you need nice and easy on the channel. Best budget brushes. Best budget brushes that are easy to get hold of. Probably the Army Painter. They're cheaper than Games Workshop brushes. I love the Games Workshop brushes. I would consider Games Workshop brushes to be budget brushes. But not everybody agrees with me. Any plans to do one for Mephiston? We have a Mephiston video. It was the 4th video I ever posted. And it, for a long time, was the most successful video on the channel. So it is there. It's very old, but the recipes are all still top-notch. Thank you for inspiring me to knuckle down and get painting. You are welcome, Jack. You are welcome. You guys inspire me every day with your amazingness. But also, yeah, as Mr. Watkins says, they're cheap synthetic brushes from an art store. They'll also do you a job. You can even just go to Amazon and just go cheap model painting brushes, and you can probably pick up 20 brushes for a tenner. The thing is that they are cheap brushes, so they will wear out pretty quickly. But, you know, it is what it is. I use Games Workshop brushes because they last just about the right amount of time for me. They're easy to get hold of, and they're relatively inexpensive. Would you use any different paints now on your Venari Lumineth vids? No, I would probably, I'd look at the Blade Lords video, because that's the most recent one I did, and the Cenarian Lightener. That's kind of the updated version. Yes, Dambuster, we are. You will be. I promise. I've got a little bit more spare time. If you just look up Warhipster Mephiston, you'll find it. I promise. I just got to finish some things first, Dambuster. Like this guy. I've shown him off a couple of times. Good old Frostlord on Stonehorn. I'm quite pleased with how this is coming out. I think it looks great. I haven't checked the form, but I'm sure it's there. but I will. I'll check the form. I'll be checking the form religiously this week because Tales, the deadline's coming. It's the 26th. Got 5 more days in episode 1. It's on its way. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. I will catch you all very soon in the next one. Kataro, legend. Cameron, legend. And everybody else. Kaz. Thomas. All the wonderful people came out there. Became members, gifted members. I love you all very much. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Farewell. And good night. Love you. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.